Hey, I'm Nathan Tabor with Handling Life. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're having a very blessed day. I want to talk with you about today watching where you park. You're like, what? What does that have to do with handling life, right? Like, that topic does not make sense. Well, let me share a story with you, and it will make sense. It's been several years ago. I owned a business out in Winston-Salem, and I had pulled up, had to run into my office, grab some paperwork. I was headed out for the day to meetings. As I walked into my office, my phone starts ringing. It's my pastor. And it rings, and I didn't have time right then, so I was like, oh, I'll call him back in a little bit. It rang again. And it rang, the third time, I was like, hey, brother, what, everything all right? He's like, hey, is everything all right with you and Jordan? I was like, yeah, everything's great. Is there something like on fire or, what's, he's like, where are you right now? I was like, well, I'm in my office. I'm getting ready for my day. And about the time I said that, he walks in my office. I was like, this is weird. I was like, is everything all right? Thinking someone die or just bizarre. The repeated phone calls. And then for him to walk into my office, that was not the norm. And he said, okay, I just had to stop by and check on you. I was like, okay, great. Thanks. But what triggered all of this? He's like, well, I was driving by and he said, I saw where your car was parked. I was like, oh, see, my office was right across the road, a little access road, 2-lane from a strip club. And that strip club was closed. So it was more convenient. It was easier for me to pull in and park in their first parking spot, walk across the road, grab my stuff, and head out than to park on my side. Got to watch where you park. I started thinking about that. Like, how many people over the years had thought that I was in a strip club? Because I did it fairly often. When they were closed, not when they were open, just in the morning, run by, hop in, park in their parking spot, run over, grab my stuff, and leave for the day. Maybe be there for 5, 10, 15 minutes. So I wanted to ask you this. Where are you parking? What are you doing in your life that might be unintentional? Because I didn't mean anything by that. Strip club's not my thing. So, but it was a thing in the impression, in the perspective. How many people had driven by there and thought that I was in there? So how many people are driving by something in your life and going, wow, that's not what I would have expected of that person? Because they're a Christian. They say and then you fill in. Nathan says he loves his wife. But what is he doing over at a strip club? 1 Timothy says that we're to be an example. We're to show others. Not only, we're not supposed to just tell them, we're supposed to show them what it's like to love God and to strive to be Christ-like and share the love of Christ with others. So think about in your life. Is there something unknown to you, something you've not thought about? Doesn't seem like a big deal. Just think about it. Make sure that you're not offending someone. Make sure that you're not giving the wrong perspective or the wrong, parking space. And then also think about, is there something that you're doing? Like, this, I should not be, this is giving people the wrong expression. This is giving them the wrong opinion of what it's like to be a Christian. Because that's a whole different subject. But I just want to challenge you that today, and kind of in a humorous, light-hearted story, watch where you park. If you want to learn more about handling life, or if you've got a question for me, go to handlinglife.org. Don't hesitate to reach out. Send me a message. Find us on Facebook at God's Word Handling Life. I'll be more than happy to help answer any questions that I can. And I'll tell you this, if I can't answer a question, I'll find someone who can.